We are going to start our practice lying down on our backs in like Supta Baddha Konasana, or just lying all the way down on your back is totally fine too. So we'll take a moment just to settle in. You can have your legs out long in front of you, or your knees wide and your feet together in reclined butterfly. Begin to notice your back body on your mat. Begin to notice your breath. Bring your right knee into your chest and straighten your left leg if it isn't already. Wrap your hands around your right shin or your right knee and just hug it into your chest. And then find some movement here. So maybe take some circles with your right knee. Maybe rock your legs side to side. If you have any type of knee pain, or if this is too much knee on your or pressure on your knee, you could always take your hands behind the back of your thigh instead of on top of your shin. So either one is fine. And then begin to open your right leg out to the side. So you can keep your knee bent here. Just open your right leg out to the side. See if you can keep your left hip grounded. And then come back through center. Bring your knee in closer to your chest, maybe closer than we did the first time. And then begin to cross your right knee over to the left. So again, you can keep your leg bent. Your left hand can come to your knee or your shin or the back of your thigh, wherever feels right for you. And then we'll come back through center, straighten your right leg up to the sky. Maybe you hold on to the back of your leg here. And it's okay to have a bend in your knee. So we'll take like a half waterfall, point and flex your foot a couple of times. And then bend your leg, bring your knee back into your chest, bring your left knee in to meet it. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And then we'll switch legs. So extend your right leg long on your mat, hug your left knee into your chest. Again, you have options of where you place your hands. So listen to your body. Maybe bring it in a little further. And then begin to open your left knee out to the left side. Come back through center. Bring it in a little closer, maybe even find some movement. Maybe you take your knee side to side or find some circles. And then we'll begin to cross our left knee over to the right side. This does not have to go very far. Again, listen to your own body. Come back through center. Extend your left foot up to the sky for a half waterfall. Again, you can keep a bend in your knee here. Point and flex your foot a couple of times. Bring both of your knees back into your chest. Rock side to side, take some circles. Find any movement here that you need to massage out your spine. And then start to rock front to back. And rock all the way into a seat. So we'll come to a seat. Let's take butterfly, feet together, knees wide. Take your hands to your knees. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your chin for seated cow. On your exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin for seated cat. On your breath in, find cow, lift your heart, fill up. On your breath out, round your spine, empty out. Let's do this one more time each way. Cow is an inhale. And cat is an exhale. Take your hands together at your feet and start to hinge forward. It's okay if we don't go very far here. We're still in the beginning of our practice and just starting to wake up our bodies. We'll just breathe into it for a second. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat, even if it's just a little bit. And see if you can find a stretch along the left side of your body, maybe in your left hip. And then begin to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Breathe into your right hip as you find length. Come back through center. Maybe take your nose toward your feet just a little bit closer. And then begin to sit up tall and straight and meet me in tabletop. Tabletop, so you can swing your legs around or through. Come to your hands and your knees. Spread your fingers wide. Knees beneath hips. Inhale, drop your belly for cow. So same thing, but we'll be on our hands and knees. On your exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale for cow. Exhale into a Halloween cat. One more breath in. On your exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, cat. Come back to a neutral spine and then just find some tiny little circles over your wrists. So you're just going to sort of shift your hips around in some little circles. And then reverse those circles. Walk your hands out further up your mat, so your hands will go toward the top of your mat, way out in front of you. And then send your chest down to the mat. Your hips will go up to the sky for puppy. So you'll find length in your arms, melt your forehead down toward your mat. Hips are up in the air. Spread your fingers really wide, reach your arms really long in front of you. Begin to press yourself back up. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under and send your hips high for downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Begin to walk your dog. Lift your right leg high. Bend your knee, stack your hip, and take some circles to open up your right hip. Begin to notice your core. Draw your belly button up and in, engage your bandhas. All right, step your right foot to the outside of your left foot. So you're going to cross your leg. Your right toes will come down to the mat and then press your right heel down. All right, unwind, come back through center, and we'll drop down to our knees. I like to give our shoulders a little bit of a break here. Come to stand on your knees. So we're going to stand on our knees, roll your wrists around, take some shoulder rolls, shrug your shoulders up and down, wrists. We'll find just a moment here to reset before we do the other side. All right, let's come back to our hands and then curl your toes under downward facing dog. Down dog, pedal out your heels once again. Lift your left leg, bend your knee, stack your hip, take some circles, open it up. Straighten your left leg and step it on the outside of your right foot. So your legs are crossed, press your left heel down toward your mat. Unwind, come back to downward facing dog. We're gonna do something a little untraditional. Walk your hands back toward your feet. So we're gonna come to hang in ragdoll, but we are walking to the back of our mat and hang in ragdoll. Allow your upper body to be heavy. Find length in the back of your legs. You can do this by sort of lifting your tailbone up toward the ceiling. So when you tilt your hips to where your tailbone is pointing up at the ceiling, you begin to feel a deep stretch in your hamstrings and the back of your legs. All right, release your elbows down toward your mat, or your hands, sorry, release your hands down toward your mat. Inhale to a flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise all the way up to mountain, reach really tall. And then on your exhale, fold right back down to your mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold. And we'll do that again. Mountain pose, reach really tall, core is engaged, reach as if you could touch your ceiling. Exhale, hinge forward, reach down for your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time, reach really tall. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Halfway lift. This time you're going to take your hands to your mat and walk out to a high plank. Walk all the way out to high plank. So your heels will be stacked over your toes. Your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. You'll make one long line from the crown of your head to the back of your heels, and then lower all the way down. You can drop down to your knees first, lower all the way down to your mat. Inhale for locust, lift your arms, lift your thighs. On your exhale, release. This time, take your arms out wide to a T. And we're gonna do the same thing, locust, but this time your arms are wide, it's like you're flying. Thighs lift, heart lifts. Exhale, lower. This time, take your hands behind you, palms face the floor as if you're in an airplane. One more time, locust pose. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, lower. Press yourself back to downward facing dog. Down dog. Walk your hands back toward your feet. Back of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain, reach tall. Exhale, fold back down. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, reach for the sky, mountain pose, Tadasana, Uttanasana, fold down. Half lift. Fold. Last time, mountain, reach tall. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Half lift. Plant your hands, walk out to a high plank. High plank. So we're warming up our core, first thing. Shoulders over wrists, breathe. Knees are optional, lower all the way down. We'll do 3 locusts, the same that we already did. So the first one will be a traditional locust, lift everything up, belly is on the floor, thighs lift, hearts lift. All right, lower down. Take your arms wide, T shaped, and then inhale, reach everything up, breathe, exhale, lower. Take your arms behind you as if you were in Dekasana or airplane pose, your palms face the floor. On your breath in, lift, hearts lift, thighs lift, lower all the way down to your mat, press yourself back into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, step it through your hands, drop your back heel, and then you're going to straighten your front leg. So we're coming into a really wide leg pyramid here. You're just going to fold over your right leg. Your right leg is somewhat straightened, but it's okay to have a bend in it. All right, on your inhale, you're going to come to stand, right leg is straight, arms reach overhead, and then split your arms, right leg is still straight, reverse triangle, reach back behind you, and then cartwheel both of your hands to frame your right leg once again. Put a bend in your knee, step back into downward facing dog. Down dog. Same thing, other side, left leg lifts. Step it through your hands. Straighten your left leg-ish. You're gonna drop down to your back heel. So our legs are in triangle, but we're folding over our front leg like pyramid. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Use your core here. Breathe. And then split your arms. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach back behind you. Inhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front leg once again. Put a bend in your knee, step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your hands back toward your feet. Hands back to your feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain, reach tall. Exhale, fold down to your mat. We'll do that 3 times. Half lift. Fold. Rise for mountain, reach tall. Exhale, fold. Half lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Last time, root to rise, reach really tall, grow really long here. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Walk your hands out to plank. So you're walking your hands out to the front of your mat. High plank, lower all the way down. Locust number one, lift everything up. Breathe. Exhale, lower. Arms wide. Inhale for locust, lift your arms, lift your thighs, breathe in. Exhale, lower. Take your arms behind you, palms face the floor. One more, locust, inhale, lift up. Find your back bend. Exhale, lower everything else to your mat. Press yourself back to downward facing dog. Down dog. Breathe here, reset. Right leg lifts. Step it through your hands. Fold over your straightened right leg. So again, we're sort of taking a combination of triangle and pyramid here. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, take both of your hands to your mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Let it go. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step it between your hands. Straighten your left leg, fold, nose to knee. We'll pause here for a breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open your arms. Inhale, reverse Trikonasana. Exhale, take your hands to your mat, downward facing dog. Breathe. Let it go. Walk your hands back toward your feet. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise, mountain, reach tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Inhale, reach up for mountain. You know what, let's take a side stretch here. Lean over to one side, and then come back through center. And let's lean over to the other side. Come back through center, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We've got one more, mountain pose. Reach up to the sky, core is engaged. Exhale, fold right back down to the earth. Halfway lift. Walk your hands out to a high plank. We call these plank walks. High plank, lower down, all the way down. Inhale for locust, lift up. Exhale, lower. So each time we do this, we're going to see if we can take our back bend a little deeper. Arms go wide. Inhale, reach, lift your heart, lift your thighs, and then lower down. Arms behind you, palms face the floor. Inhale, locust, lift. Lift, lift, lift. Okay, lower down. Press yourself back into downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Step it through your hands. Straighten your leg, fold nose to knee. Breathe here. Inhale, rise. Use your core. Exhale, split your arms. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach behind you. This time we'll find full triangle, Trikonasana. So reach your right hand all the way out over your toes as far as it'll go. And then tick-tock your arms. So your right hand is down, your left arm is up. Breathe. Take both of your hands to frame your front leg, just like we did before. Plant your hands, press back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Left leg lifts. Step it through your hands. Straighten your front leg, fold nose to knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open your arms. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach behind you. And then full triangle. Left arm comes down to the floor or a block maybe, or it can just hang at your shin, that's fine. Right hand reaches up to the sky. We'll pause here to breathe. Take both of your hands to frame your front leg, put a bend in your knee, press back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels, we'll take a moment to reset. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Come to fold at the back of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain, reach tall. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Exhale, lower. Rise for mountain. All right, let's cactus our arms and open our heart here. So pull your elbows down, lift your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Fold. One more time, reach up, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Walk your hands out to a high plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale for locust. Exhale, lower, take your arms wide. Locust number 2, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Arms behind you. Last time, locust, everything lifts. Exhale. Take your hands back under your shoulders, press yourself into child's pose. Balasana. Knees go wide, feet go together. Sink your hips back over your heels. Child's pose. Come back to your breath. Walk your arms over to the right side of your mat. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Come back to center, reach really long in front of you. And then press yourself back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Lift your right leg. Step it through your hands. Fold over your knee, just like we've been doing. All right, inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach behind you. And then find full triangle. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. Breathe. Take both of your hands to frame your front leg, nose to knee, same as we've done. We're gonna mix things up a little bit. You may or may not need a block here. You're gonna put a bend in your back leg and lift off for standing split. So just basically lift your left leg. Hips are squared to your mat. We're in standing split. And then plant your feet forward fold. So we're in forward fold at the top of our mat now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise for mountain, reach tall. All right. You're gonna lift your right knee. Take your hand to your knee or your shin and open it out to the side. So this is essentially what we did on our backs earlier. You can take your left hand out to the left for balance. This is up to you. Another option would be to take your first two fingers to your big toe and straighten your leg. So listen to your body. All right, come back through center, and then you're gonna send your right leg back behind you for airplane, Dekasana. So palms face the earth, right leg comes back, airplane, breathe. And then plant your feet forward fold. Halfway lift. Take your hands to your mat, press back to downward facing dog. Down dog. Pedal at your heels, reset. All right, lift your left leg. Step it through your hands. Straighten your front knee, fold. Breathe into it. Inhale, rise, use your core. Open your arms. Inhale, reverse Trikonasana, reach behind you. And then find full triangle. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Take both of your hands to frame your front leg. Put a bend in your right leg and sort of kick off into standing split. So your right leg is high, behind you, hips are squared to your mat. Breathe. And then plant your feet, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain, reach really tall. This time you're gonna bring your left knee to hip level, find your footing, set your gaze on something in front of you that's not moving. Left hand comes to left knee, open it out to the side. Right arm can come out to the side as well to help with balance. You could straighten your leg here if you wanted to take your toes. So this is up to you. I am extra wobbly this morning. All right, bring your left knee back through center. Shoot your arms behind you, hinge forward, Dekasana. So your heart is lifted here, just like it was in locust. Breathe. Keep breathing. All right, plant your foot, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, take your hands to your mat, press back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Right leg lifts. Bring your right knee to your right nose. So your shoulders will come over your wrists, knee to nose, core is engaged. Send it back. Three-pointed dog. Right knee to right tricep. So again, your shoulders come up over your wrist if you're in plank, but your right knee is touching your elbow. Send it back. Doing a little bit of core work here. Other side, right knee to left elbow, breathe. Send it back. And now we'll find right knee to right wrist, half pigeon. Half pigeon. Keep your right foot flexed. Lift your heart first. Find your little back bend here. And then you have the option to come down to forearms and sink deep into your right hip. We'll be here for several breaths. So settle into it. Find your breath. Begin to use your hands to lift your heart. Reach around, grab your left foot or ankle, and it's okay if you cannot reach it all the way, but at least draw your left foot or ankle in toward your body just to open up across your quad. All right, release your left foot back down to the earth. Press back to a three-pointed dog so your right leg will stay lifted. Bend your knees, stack your hips, take some big circles here. You have the option of staying here and continuing with your circles or maybe flip dog. So if you choose flip dog, take your right foot down to the earth behind you, lift your hips, you're in a back bend, hips go up to the sky, right arm reaches long. Flip back over, high plank, and then press back to down dog. Lift your left leg. Bring your knee to your nose, hover. Send it back. Left knee, left elbow, hover. Core is really tight here. Send it back. Left knee to right elbow. Send it back. And then left knee to left wrist, half pigeon. Half pigeon. Lift your heart. And then option to fold. Use your hands to lift your heart. Find a little back bend here once again. Reach around, grab your right foot or ankle. Pull it close to your body. Release your foot, press back to a three-pointed dog. So your left leg will go high. Bend your knees, stack your hips, take some circles. And then option to stay here or flip your dog. From flip dog, your right hand is lifted. Your right hand is on your mat. Your left arm is reaching long behind you. Lift your hips to the sky. Flip back over, high plank, and then down dog. Paddle out your heels one last time. And then walk your feet through your hands, come to sit on your mat. Sit on your mat, legs long in front of you. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, reach for your toes, your ankles, your shins, maybe a block. Walk your hands back up your legs. Bring your feet together, knees wide, butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Take your hands to your feet and hinge forward. Take your nose toward your feet. Come to sit back up tall and straight. Keep your legs as they are, lower your back body all the way down to your mat. All the way down. So just the way we began, take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Take a moment to notice your heart. Notice your heart beating in your chest. Bring awareness to your breath and how your belly rises and falls with each inhale and exhale. Bring your knees into your chest. Send your legs up to the sky, waterfall. Point and flex your feet a few times. Bring your knees back into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins. And lower all the way down to your mat for Shavasana. Bring some awareness back into your body. Find some small movements. Bring your knees into your chest and roll over to your side. Begin to press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together at your heart. Close your eyes for just a moment. Find gratitude. And from your heart to your mind's eye. Namaste. Thank you for joining